Before they run down the hill at Clemson, they touch Howard's rock. Only if they're ready to go, because if they're not, as Frank Howard himself said, keep your stinking hands off my rock. Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off of bye week, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. They'll throw it on first down. Makes the catch. It's Coffee. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? The first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On second down, he's looking downfield. He's going for the big play. And the ball is intercepted. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception. The offense set for a first down play. Gonna run it. It's Hardy. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback on the keeper. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against a different defense.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to get the first through the air. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to...
Brings it down on the right side. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Give to the running back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Starting to feel a little pressure. Took a shot as he threw. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
Now on 2nd down. Motion from the offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And the Wildcats trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. He'll just keep slinging it. Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Arizona.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Fuller. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that put it.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Here he goes breaking the pocket. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
He's going to let it go. And that pass intercepted. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture.
Intercepted. Trying to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, I can tell you haven't played the position. If you can't step into throws and you can't follow through, it obviously affects your accuracy. And I think the hit on the quarterback right there certainly contributed to that interception.
Using his legs, it's Hardy. At the 35, he's open. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Gets it out quickly.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Hardy. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Clemson now operating in the red zone. Wants to throw on third. Makes the grab down the middle. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wide out in motion. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Here comes a third down situation, and the defense hasn't been able to slow them down. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third down, going up top. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. It is perfect. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Arkansas is currently ahead in this one, but boy, there have to be some nervous moments for the folks in Fayetteville. They have not been able to pull away. They're up by 11 over Kentucky. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or Do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. They go to the ground. Got room at the 35. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through, and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on a defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Arizona going back to work with another first down. They're bringing heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Man, this offense continues to do such a great job on 3rd down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it manageable most of the time. 3rd and short, they can run the football, be physical, convert first downs. This offense has been so good on 3rd downs.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover 1. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. Like, the passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chain. There's an idea that Clemson can only run the ball when they sort of trick you, get you in space, but they're showing a lot of versatility now.
Yeah, I think the word you were looking for was finesse. They've been a finesse offense, more about tempo and body blows than it is about, being physical up front. But if this unit does get that physicality and get that ground game and a good offensive line, I think that's when you see the best of the Clemson Tigers.
That's caught. It's Hardy.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump them the football, let them make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of them.
Looking for a crease. It's Hardy. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He's looking to pass. Quick completion on the out. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Yeah, and you gotta love those matchups. When you get a running back matched up on somebody else, it's never going to be a cornerback. That's not going to happen. So finding a good matchup, getting that speed isolated, now I'm going to go attack and make some plays.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. He's back to throw on second down. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's Hardy. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Caught near the sideline, it's Hardy. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Snares it outside, it's Fuller. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on 4th down. They'll try to pick up the first. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
It's a turnover on downs.
Offense set on 1st down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. Jumped on top of the pile.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
Yeah, I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Finds his man. It's Hardy. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
To the ground with the back. Crosses the 30. He's got away. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
On second down, wants to throw it. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be third down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On third and long, he has to throw for it. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. On fourth down, they'll try to get something out of this drive before the end of the half. And he'll try to keep that smooth leg swing going for the second time today, this one from 34 yards out. What a disappointment. No good. And guys still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead. Just enough time for one final play of the half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll be able to snap it one more time. Let's see how aggressive they are on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to throw on second down. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. At the 35, he's loose. Big gainer there that'll look good in the stat column, but not quite enough to put any points on the board before time expires here in the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Wildcats will boot it away to start the second half. What kind of field position can he help them with on the and the ball's free deep in his own territory. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Hey, as a return guy, you know that you're going to get popped. You know you've got guys that have a 50-yard run at you trying to dislodge the football. You've got to do a better job of ball security.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Not much running room. He's got 1 down to the 12. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback. And you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Wildcats.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Arkansas is currently up big right now. So much so, feels like we can hear Pig Suey inside our studio. They're up by 35 over Kentucky. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kicker.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
They're working that left side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Throws to the back. Fires into traffic, picked off. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Arizona. How about that D coming up with a play like that? They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage.
Running toward the tape. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. New set of downs after that completion. To the air on first down. On the run, still looking. He fires it out to the right. Wide open, he makes the catch.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They are getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Fires toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Tiger.
Number 16. Grass in the end zone.
Getting aggressive here and going for two. They want to throw it. Coming after it. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
The attempt at the two-point conversion.
Still a lot of time to go here in the third quarter, but they want the ball back right now with an onside kick.
Clemson, 9.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Offense getting set for first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Give to the back. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
Makes the grab. It's Whips. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats!
When these offenses get in the rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Number 10, set to kick off.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that, dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Going up top on first down. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal in some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new...
And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
You know, free safeties, you think about hitters. You think about guys spinning down in the box, making tackles. You don't really think about coverage skills all the time, but this guy might change your mind a little bit. Great tight coverage and man-to-man, and makes a play on the football.
And he makes the catch inside the 15. And they make the striking connection, and they've got it down to the 13-yard line, a red zone chance. The Wildcats have taken it inside the 20. Fast motion from the offense. Wants to throw on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Unleashes one deep. That one was way too far for anybody to catch, except the ticket holder. And that one's going to be incomplete. He was throwing for the touchdown, but just couldn't get the foot down inbounds. This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's got his man, and he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And now the lead is extended a little far. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he...
He's taking the shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires on the move. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
It's caught downfield. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. Arizona comes out with another first down. Looking to move it through the air. All kinds of time before he fires right. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
This time it's complete. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Looking to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special.
Touchdown, Arizona! And the pummeling has started. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Clemson, 9.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the...
And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
He'll start this drive firing. Got a man. It's Wicks. Oh, the Houdini-like moves get it to the 22.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. They're trying to get to it. He'll pull it down and run. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on 2nd and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy first down.
He looks that one in nicely. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They move the tight end all over. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Touchdown, Arizona! And the stomping has commenced. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly...
Oh, look out! He's at the 40. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
They dialed up the perfect call, splendid execution. Now they've got it threatening. 1st and 10 from the 27. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. He wants it all. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing. They want to see if they can score the deuce. They'll go to the air. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The give to the left. Open space at the 25. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line getting set on 2nd down. The give as they work on that clock. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. These DBs going to give a little cushion. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Going for it all. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still about.
And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. They'll try the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Great move there. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. The Wildcats are threatening on 1st and goal. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook, the old kneel down from victory formation. Well, this one had all the